Hello everyone, Trainer Ashen Red 35 here, and today I finally have the guts to talk and teach some things on how I draw and stuffs. Well, a lot of people have been asking me lately if I could give tips or if I could teach them how to draw. So, let's get started with the video, shall we? Okay, so first of all, for all the people that's wondering if what app am I using, it's called Paint Tool Sai. This thing is not for free though, but it's totally worth buying if you really want to draw that bad. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is do a figure. Just a simple anatomy to keep us on track on what we are doing. Just a simple anatomy of the body or the head or whatsoever. For example, we are planning to draw a head. To easily draw the structure, just imagine as if you are really just drawing an egg that is upside down. So, after you finish the shape of the egg or a head, we are going to draw a line between it, a horizontal line. And then next, between the upper portion of the horizontal line, we are going to draw a vertical one. Two vertical lines that will serve as a guide for something important later. Oh, and by the way, if you're drawing in a paper, just make sure the sketch of the egg is slightly sketched because you really have a hard time erasing it later when we finish drawing the main look of this character. So now that we finished the guide, let's head on how the drawing will look like. For Paint Tool Sai users, we need to make a new layer by clicking this icon here. And the guide for the head's opacity will be decreased a little so we won't get off track when we are creating the main picture or the main sketch of how the drawing will look like. So now we can easily create the shape of the head. Oh, damn it. Let me just change the size a bit. And there we have it. We don't really need to follow the exact line because sometimes the figure we did is a little bit wrong. But it'll still serve as a guide though. So this vertical line here will be its purpose will be the guide for on how we're going to draw the mouth and on where are we going to draw the nose. While this horizontal line, this serves as the guide to where we are gonna put the eyes. There, let's just put the eyes. Alright. Let me just change this. Oh, also the way of changing the size of the eye if you don't want to undo it again, and if you can just press Control T and then it will automatically have the transform tool where you can transform if you want it to be bigger, smaller, or anything you want to do using the transform tool. Okay, so now let's start doing the hair. Oh, wait a sec, I'm gonna just change the eye a little bit because it seems ugly to me. You can still change it if you want to. Just make sure it is pleasing to your eye, because it really depends on what you think on the drawing. Okay, so now we are going to draw the hair. You can draw any hair you want it to be. You can go search for images, so you'll have a guide on how you want the hair to be, on how you want the hair to look like. I'm not really gonna finish it, but that's all I can say about the hair. You can just Google whatever you want it to be, whatever style, whether you want it, whatever style, whether you want it to be like kokonas or like sakis or whatever. Okay, now so that we are using a new, much more better line art, if you have seen this in my previous speed paint video, let's move on to coloring. So you can see here there is a color wheel on whether you decide to pick a color here on whatever skin tone you want the character to have. If you want it green or whatever, you can choose any color you want as long as you want to color it. But the only problem is that sometimes when we color, we tend to erase the line art. So we really don't want to do that. So I'm gonna teach you a little shortcut on how to color it easily. First, you need to go get a new layer, put it down the line art, below the line art, and then we're gonna put the line art in a selection source. And we're gonna use this magic wand tool right here so we can color it easily. You can just pick this and then pick that, and then if you want to color it, you go to the second layer where you are purposely going to color there. So as you can see, when I color, it doesn't go outside because it is locked using the magic wand tool. The only thing that you select is the only thing that you can color right in, or any other thing. So some people have been asking on how I do the hair, on how I cell shade it or whatsoever. First, we need three types of colors: the light one, the base one, and the dark one. So for example, we have a light green color, and we're gonna color it whole. So now as you can see, we have the light form of color, and so now we're going to move into the base where it's supposed to be the real main color of this thing. Supposedly the light color is only a thing for just a little bit of adding a little glow to the hair. And then we're gonna move in with a dark color, and then you can just basically color whatever place you want it to have a shade in. So to make this a little bit cell shaded, we need to use the blur tool. As you can see, if I put the blur tool here, it gets a little mixed. The light one is getting mixed with the base one. So the blur tool is pretty handy, so I always use it oftenly. Okay, so the next one we're going to talk about is some of the few shortcuts that I know. This is the angle bracket sign, where this purposely can help you make the brush look bigger or make it smaller in whatever size you want. And the next one is the Control Z. So Control Z can help you undo easily than rather clicking this button right here. So if you're using a tablet, you can really rely on these keyboard shortcuts. So the next one is the letter C. If you drag C, you can zoom in the canvas or zoom out of it. And the spacebar has a purpose too. The spacebar can let you move the canvas in any direction you want. For the spacebar Alt, you can rotate the canvas in any place you want. And if you want to return it back to the original position, just click the square up here below. And for getting easy access to all the brushes right here, you can just click it 2 times and you can choose what shortcut key do you want it to be. You can choose, if you want A, you can choose A so you can easily access the brush or anything that any key alphabets or numbers that you are commonly most used to. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna talk about is about you have a traditional drawing. You wanted to make it digital, but you don't have a digital tablet or whatsoever to use in drawing. You only have a mouse. So what we're gonna do is take the picture. As you can see, I've made a chibi senpai here. And then we're gonna use this square tool right here. And we're gonna grab it, press Ctrl X to cut it, and press Ctrl V to paste it. Okay, so now as you can see, we have the picture here right in our canvas. So you don't have a drawing tablet, but you can still make it in a digital way. So what you're gonna do is click this one that's called line work layer. So you're gonna click that and make the picture of your traditional drawing opacity down below so you can see clearly here. And then we're gonna go to the line work. So you can use the curve tool right here. It's just like the vector tool of Photoshop if you have one. So you can just click it there using the mouse. Click, 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 and then click. So as you can see, we've made a digital line of what we draw in school, on what we draw, on how we draw senpai here. Okay, so now as you can see, we can easily draw the line work. It's also pretty much more faster than doing it without using the line work tool. If you're just using a normal layer, it's kind of a bit hard. But if you use this, you're just going to click it away until you finish the line art. Also, you can use this edit button here to edit if you want it to be that small, that big, or anything. And you can use this pressure tool to make the pressure of your pen much more smaller or either much more bigger. So line work tool is really handy. It can also change the color of the line that you want. You can change the weight of it. Wait. See? You can change the weight of it. So you can also really make your traditional drawing into a digital one just by doing these steps. Okay, so that's all I can say about what I know in Paint to Sai. What are the tips and tricks that I can say to you? That's the only things that I still not knew yet, because I'm still new to this whole Paint to Sai thing too. And I'm just really starting to draw in a digital tablet, so you can't learn that much in me. But anyways, thank you for watching and thank you so much for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.